Welcome to the Run TMC podcast. That is the Run the Marin County podcast, a podcast about basketball in the fantastic Marin County. This is Dave Levine, your trusty co-host. Sadly, I'm solo today. My good friend, co-host Duffy Boward is just very busy right now with some work stuff. So he gave me the nod to go ahead and provide this relatively brief update on the high school playoff. Had a few messages from people in the last couple of days asking for an update as the NCS has run its course and certain teams have survived the morass of drama from the North Coast section playoffs. But I'm happy to report that I believe I'm right. 5 Marin County teams have emerged from the NCS to compete in the NorCals or the state basketball tournament. So we'll go through each of those teams and the draw that they received. I was with Duffy actually yesterday, Sunday. We were at the Lodge in Fairfax with our friend Caden Corse, the head coach of the Marin Catholic girls basketball team, KK, and my wife Katie, and we were sitting there discussing life, basketball over a beer or two, and then the brackets were dropped as we were sitting there, and we scrambled onto our phones. We were like some screenagers doing some research on the draws. So I'll go into each team from Marin and the outlook on their draw here. A reminder, so with North Coast section, it was a new system this year where teams could move up or down from their base division, a maximum up or down of 2 divisions. So for example, Duffy's Archie Williams boys, Archie Williams is a Division III school based on enrollment, and they were eligible then to move up all the way up to Division I or down to Division V in the North Coast section, solely based on rankings and max preps. Very controversial new regime that was adopted by the NCS this year. You've heard Duffy's opinion. I don't disagree with him that some teams definitely got disadvantaged by this new system. With NorCals, though, it's a clean slate. So once the teams emerge from the North Coast section, and again, a new thing this year with NCS is 3 teams from each division advance to the NorCals. It used to be that in certain divisions, only the top 2 teams would make it, and in certain divisions, the top 4 teams would make it. Now it's across the board, top 3. So you have the open division where they take the top 6, I believe, teams across all divisions. They're in the open. And then divisions 1 through 6, you have the top 3 from the NCS advance to the NorCals, and then you have to compete against teams from, the Central Coast section, the Northern section, Sac Joaquin, bunch of different areas, and they break up the state into North and South. So I'll start with the girls, and we have 2 girls teams that emerged from the North Coast section to make it to the NorCals. Let's start in order of size. Redwood, Zach Borello's team, after a tough loss to Bishop O'Dowd in the semifinals. O'Dowd's just really quite good. Redwood hung tough, actually. They only lost by 18 in a really good game, but they advanced to the 3rd place game and they faced Clayton Valley Charter. Clayton Valley, one of the best teams around. Clayton Valley had actually beaten Redwood earlier in the year. Zach and his team put together an unbelievable performance and were able to go to Clayton Valley and steal a win and garner 3rd place in the Division I for NCS and get a bid into the NorCals. Redwood was given a 13 seed in Division II for the NorCals. They got to go on the road to face Lincoln, the 4 seed, Lincoln from Stockton. Lincoln actually faced Redwood earlier in the year and beat them by 20, but Redwood was missing 2 of their key players. Brooke Denler was out, as was Drew Schultz, both really meaningful contributors to that team. And just frankly, Redwood's playing great right now. And I wouldn't want to face Zach Borello in any game. He's really good at preparing his team. He's got a bunch of seniors and juniors and freshmen and sophomores for that matter, but battle-tested players. Maya Sable, Kitty White, just phenomenal team. Brooke Denler, as I mentioned. They're very deep, the Gallagher twins. So I think Redwood's going to give Lincoln all they want. And if Redwood can steal one on the road, then they will face the winner of number 5, California, who's had a great year, against number 12, Los Gatos. I would expect California to win that game, but who knows? On the other side of Redwood's bracket, the top seed is Carruthers. Carruthers always good. They play with pace. They shoot threes, and Carruthers gets a first round bye, and they play the winner of Sacred Heart Cathedral against Christian Brothers. So very tough draw for Redwood, but every game this year is going to be, or from here on out, every game is going to be tough. These are teams that played well enough in the regular season to make it into their sectional playoffs, and then they were able to emerge with some wins in their section. So these are all good teams. Just as an FYI, on the other end of their bracket, Colfax is the 3 seed. They're always good. They actually faced Redwood last year in the playoffs. Salesian is the 6 seed. Sierra Pacific is the 2. They're excellent. So got some really good teams on the bottom of the bracket too. If Redwood can get the win, then they will face the winner of the Southern Division II champ at the state title. Okay, moving on. The other girls team that made it, Caden Korst, KK's Marin Catholic team, had an incredible run through NCS. They beat Mount Diablo in the first round. They beat Maria Carrillo in a good game in the second round. They then went on the road to Kezar Stadium in San Francisco. I was actually at this game, and in a fantastic game, they beat University. Just back and forth, really fun game to watch. Izzy McFadden was outstanding, but really top to bottom, MC just played a great game to beat a very good University team. And then MC had to go on the road to Napa to face top seed Justin Siena. And Justin Siena had beaten MC earlier this season by 20. I mentioned Justin Siena beat my San Domenico team by 30. Justin Siena's really good. Got a great post player in Jordan Washington, a senior. That's some excellent guards, really good coach. They're just a great team. I think Justin Siena only had 2 losses coming into this game. The game was actually moved to Justin Siena. It was going to be played at a neutral site in Napa, but the last minute they moved it to Justin Siena. So it was a home game for Justin. And KK's team was down in the first quarter, but they came back. They stayed together and they pulled out just an incredible win to win NCS. Very proud of Marin Catholic. That's, I think, the 4th year in a row that they've won NCS. So great accomplishment for KK and the team. Player of the year in the MCal, Izzy McFadden, had a great game as always. Jocelyn Gigannis was awesome. Cece Bernet, Sienna Frazier, Brooks Spagnolo, just across the board, the team stepped up and made plays. So very happy for them. And they receive a very good seed. So they were given a 3 seed in Division III. So they open up with a home game Tuesday night at 7 o'clock at Marin Catholic against Christopher. If Marin Catholic is able to get by Christopher, they will play the winner of Menlo versus St. Bernard's. That's an interesting matchup. MC played Menlo earlier this year and beat them. Menlo's a team that my San Domenico team beat to get to the state championships. We beat them in the NorCal final 2 years ago. And St. Bernard's is the team that my San Domenico team lost to in the NCS quarterfinals up in Eureka at ended our season. St. Bernard's is really good, as is Menlo. So either one of them will face, if Marin Catholic can win, will face Marin Catholic on Thursday at Marin Catholic. But first things first, Marin Catholic has to take care of business against Christopher. Elsewhere in that bracket, they've got some good teams. Moreau Catholic is the 7 seed. They're excellent. Shasta is the 2 seed. The 1 seed is Emmanuel. And you have Justin Siena lurking there at the 4 seed. So you could see, it would be interesting if MC and Justin could make it through, they could be facing each other in the NorCal finals. And that's it for the girls. A bunch of teams obviously made NCS, but weren't able to advance. My San Domenico team, along with the Branson girls, we both made it to the quarterfinals, but didn't make it to that semifinal game. We talked about San Marin lost in early NCS. They had a great season. Marin Academy lost. TAM lost. So Archie Williams lost. So great seasons to make it that far and get a couple wins in the postseason, but NorCals are tough. On to the boys' side. Let's start with Redwood. Redwood is the 9 seed in Division I. I actually went to see Redwood play their NCS final against Doherty Valley at Livermore High School on Saturday night. Doherty Valley is just really tough. They're a fantastic team, really athletic, but also very well coached. Mike Hansen, who's been there since Doherty Valley started, I think it was, 10 or 15 years ago. He's a really good coach. They played really good half-court defense. I don't think Redwood got an open look all night. TT Carr was able to put together a 22-point game, but it was a struggle for him. He was hounded all night, and nobody else on Redwood could really get going just because the defense was so tough. So Doherty Valley's really good. They were a team that was, I think, on the bubble to make the Open in NCS. They ended up, getting a high seed in D1 and they get the victory. That's 3 straight NCS titles for them. So congratulations to them. And Redwood should head held high. Great postseason for Redwood. And here they advance. So they are the 9 seed in Division 1. They go on the road to face the 8 seed Oakland Tech Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. That'll be a good battle. They only have one common opponent this year. They both beat Marin Catholic, who's very good. So this should be a really even matchup. 9-8 usually are very even. Those of you who know how brackets work, the downside is if Redwood is able to get this win on the road, then they will likely face the 1 seed Inderkum, who's always good. Inderkum's just perennially either an open division team or a high Division 1 team. So that's looming in the distance. Inderkum faces the 16 seed California. The rest of this bracket is loaded. San Ramon Valley, San Joaquin Memorial, Clovis North, Liberty. I mean, these are all really, really good teams. I will say, quick side note, I mentioned Marin. Marin Catholic is the 11 seed in Division 1. They had a unbelievable NCS championship victory against Cardinal Newman. I was on a text chain. Duffy and I were both on a text chain with several coaches who were discussing this one. I'll take a minute to describe what happened in case people hadn't heard about it. Cardinal Newman was up 4 with 5 seconds left. Marin Catholic had the ball. Marin hit a 3. It looks like from a screenshot that I saw, the ball went through the net literally as the clock expired, like the backboard lit up, signifying time had expired. The referees, however, gave Marin Catholic credit for a timeout that their coach had called. So they said 3 is good. Cardinal Newman's up 1, and there's 0.4 seconds put back on the clock per the referees. So Cardinal Newman had to inbound the ball, up 1 with 0.4 seconds left. Cardinal Newman ended up throwing a 3/4 court pass. They just wanted to get the ball down the court, have somebody touch it, and the game's over. As the ball was in midair, there was a collision between a Cardinal Newman player and a Marin Catholic player. The referees called a foul on Cardinal Newman. Marin Catholic was in the bonus. They go to the free throw line. Their kid steps up. Credit to him, made 2 free throws with 0.4 seconds left, down 1. And Marin Catholic comes away with a win, being down 4 with 5 seconds left. A lot of controversy. Some people think that the referees should not have put more time on the clock. Some people who were there think that the foul call itself was questionable. And then also Mike Saya, a former Division I referee, pointed out to all of us that in that situation, if it is a foul on the inbounding team, so it was a player control foul, that should not result in free throws. It should have been an out-of-bounds play, just like a charge or a player control foul does not result in free throws, even if a team is in the bonus. So a lot of controversy on that one. Regardless, an amazing game. Both teams obviously advanced to the NorCals, but a lot of controversy. Okay, digression over. Let's go to Division 2. Branson, the 11 seed in Division 2. I was at the Branson San Domenico championship game on, I think it was Friday night. Yep, the NCS championship game. Branson just put together a really nice game. They beat San Domenico by 20 or so. NJ Gray was the best player on the floor. Chase Robertson, really good. Heath French, solid. Branson just looked great. Credit to Demetrius Ruckmore, who has done a fantastic job with that team. And our friend Mikey Claggett, former guest on this pod, assistant coach for Branson. Tyler Gaffney has done an amazing job with the San Domenico team to get them to the NTS final. And San Domenico will be advancing into the NorCals. I'll get to them in a second. But Branson moves up to the Division 2 NorCal division, and they are the 11 seed. So they got to go on the road and play Archbishop Mitty at Mitty on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. That's a tough draw. Mitty's always good. If Branson can get that win, which they are certainly capable of doing, then they will face the winner of Jesuit versus Bellarmine. And Jesuit is always good out of Sacramento. In fact, years ago, I went to see Branson, one of Jonas Honick's Branson teams, play Jesuit in the NorCals at College of Marin. Jesuit had 2 Division I players on that team. Issa Silva, who went on to play at Stanford and then transferred, I think, to Long Beach State, was on that team, and Branson took care of business. But Jesuit's always good, as is Bellarmine, a really strong athletic program out of San Jose. So Branson's in a tough bracket. On the other side of their bracket, Cardinal Newman, the 10 seed, who we just talked about, plays Clovis East, and Milpitas, the 2 seed, faces Wood Creek. So a lot of fun for Branson. The number 1 seed in that bracket is Rockland. Other interesting teams, Menlo Atherton is the 12 in that bracket. And then finally, the last Marin County team we'll talk about is San Domenico. The boys, Tyler Gaffney's squad got the 8 seed in Division 3. They get to host Aptos, the 9 seed. I'm not sure where this game is going to be. It's still TBD. I think it needs to be at a bigger gym than San Domenico. So I know San Domenico's athletic director and kind of staff are looking to find a spot. I'm sure it'll be updated on Max Preps when they find a spot, but San Domenico, Aptos should be a really good game. They faced the winner of Kings Academy and Pleasant Valley. Aptos had a very solid season, 24 wins. They're in the Santa Cruz area and played a really tough schedule. I'm looking through teams that they played against, no pushovers, and that'll be a tough one for Tyler Gaffney. But those 8-9 games are always fun, and Tyler knows how to coach. Gavin Early, one of the best players in the league, one of the best players around, phenomenal guard for San Domenico. He can win games all on his own. And San Domenico's got a bunch of great shooters, and they play hard, they play together. So should be a fun game. So that's the update on the NorCals. Good luck to those 5 teams. They play Tuesday night. If they win, they play Thursday. The NorCals, again, it's win or go home. So from this point on, there's no at-large berths. There's no, if you make the finals, you get to advance. This is it. You win, you keep moving, and you win your division championship. You play for the state title in Sacramento at the Golden One Center. So good luck to all those teams. And again, to the teams that competed in NCS and weren't able to make it, congratulations on great seasons. Really had fun going out to games. I've been at almost every night. It seems like I'm going out watching really good high school basketball. And I'm just so proud to be a part of this Marin basketball community. So thanks, everybody. Stay tuned. We'll keep you updated. And in the meantime, Duffy and I have some really nice new episodes coming out with guests where we can talk about things that aren't the NCS or NorCals. We'll talk about other things. There's more to life. I don't know really what that is, but apparently there's more to life. All right. Thanks, everybody.